Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us. My name is Bashir Fadl. As we continue our journey into Linux administration, please don't hesitate to subscribe. So today we're going to talk about interacting with the database. As a Linux administrator, a big part of what we do is we're giving them access. We're giving different departments access to install, upgrade, patch, run processes over our servers. At the end of the day, we're responsible for the performance of the server. So if you have, for example, an Oracle database, there's a point where, is it the server that's optimal? Is it the database that's optimal? There's some kind of an integration that's happening. And so we need to know, the more as an administrator I know about the system, the database, the app that's running, the service that's running on my server, the better off I am. So what we're going to look at is very basic SQL commands that allows us as Linux administrators to get into the database and just do simple things. Again, in the Oracle database part of the course, we're going to get way into detail of those commands that DBAs do. You're more than welcome to join into that one. But for now, we're just going to show that we have that basic access to get into it. So again, we've logged in as Oracle into the system. The profile by default is what we call a sysdba. So they have administrative access to the Oracle database. They're not what we call a normal user in Oracle. So we have a user called Scott, which is a normal user when they try to log in. But Oracle or Oracle/Oracle means username Oracle, password Oracle is the sysadmin, the sysdba. That's the main person. So the connection usually to connect into the Oracle database, you'll type in SQLPlus, which is kind of the prompt for SQL for you to run any SQL commands, and then we'll type in the username. So let's try and log in just as the average user, Scott. So we're going to type in Scott / the password for Scott is Tiger, and then the @ and then our database name or the instance name, which is ORCL. Again, there's additional parameters so we can add in there, but for now, this is it. So as you can see, we just ran it in there and we're able to see this. So Scott has a table called EMP for employees that has employee names and dates and departments. So let's just see if we can query it. So we're going to type in select star from EMP, semicolon at the end. Sure enough, we can see the information that Scott has in there in terms of employee numbers, their names, jobs, hiring dates, and so on. So we're able to access it. Now, another way of doing it is we're connecting as Oracle, the database administrators. So this is a user that we share with administrators. Here's the Linux administrator, and the Oracle DBA are aware of the Oracle, which is kind of the one that we use to set up the environment for Oracle. So I exit it, which is quit. If we're trying to log in as Oracle, well, we could type in SQLPlus Oracle/Oracle at ORCL, but we are logging in as sysadmin, so it'll be as sysdba. However, since we already are Oracle, all we need to do is just SQLPlus / as sysdba. That's kind of a shortcut. It takes us in there, and we are logged in as the administrator right now. So we can do all the major work that an administrator needs to do. There's actually a shutdown database command, and there's different ways of shutting down that we can use to shut down in case we're patching a system or upgrading something and we need to shut down the database. Then we could do that. Start up the database. There's a startup command that you could do. In addition to that, there's different ways of starting. So you don't want to always just start the database immediately and so on. If you've lost something, there's commands to recover your database and so on. So there's a lot of commands that DBAs, database administrators, are very that have a lot of experience with, that we're going to cover at the Oracle DBA part of the course. But at this point, we just need to know that as Linux administrators, if we have the experience, we're able to start the database, shut down the database, query different things. So sometimes there's processes that are running, and we can correlate it from the Linux administration side. I can see different processes. I want to match those processes that are running for a long time from the database, so I can actually run in and see different. So there's different what we call views. For example, there is a view called vProcess, which displays information about the currently active processes. So if I type in select star from v $process, this allows me to see currently active processes that are running within the database. And again, those are a lot of fields. That's why it's wrapping. So I can extend that, format it differently, or kind of narrow down the fields, the exact fields that I'm looking for. And then that way you can kind of get the IDs and match that out with some of what you have on the OS and know which ones that you want to kill and so on. Also, if I'm trying to find out the source of the process, on the server, for example, then I can match my V sessions with my V processes. So there's a lot of powerful things that you could do. You could look at your backups. You could look at the processes that are running. You could see, what users you have and what access those users have. But the most important thing, as we said, is the default command that we could use to get into SQLPlus, which is where the database, which is the DBA, and how they normally get into it, a lot of the database administration work. Hopefully this has been helpful to kind of give us a little peek into how the Linux world and the Oracle world, or the application world, whatever that application is, have to integrate at some point, because you as the administrator are furnishing or publishing access. You're giving that user access to install and patch and upgrade, so you have full access into that platform. In this case, again, the command is SQLPlus /sysdba, and that allows me straight access as an administrator into Oracle. All right. Yes, I misspelled it. And we're in. Thank you very much for joining us. We hope to see you in the next sessions. If you enjoyed it, please don't hesitate to subscribe. We'll see you next time.